Hi everyone, we have three pals here today for the question, what or who are you leaving behind? Pickapile.com, aceofchalices.net, welcome back. So, pile 1 we have the flossers, pile 2 we have the face mask, the sealed face mask, and pile 3 we have the Bic pens. It's a pair of blue pens. Alright, so we'll see you guys. Let's go, right? I pile 1. Those of you who chose the flosser, we're going to look into your pile today. This is going to be who or what are you leaving behind. Okay, pile 1, let's get right into it, guys. I am seeing here, you are leaving behind an immature take on relationships. I'm seeing that you are now becoming someone more career oriented because you've had to battle obsessions you may have had with justice. Maybe you had an obsession to get married one day and this derailed your career, or it may have tampered your confidence. It may have made you become a very closed off person when things would go wrong. I'm seeing you're leaving that attitude behind for the sake of spiritual knowledge. Maybe something dawned on you and some kind of behavior you were engaging in, some kind of procrastination, or outsourcing your love, outsourcing your care, or basing your morality on if things were going right in your life. I'm seeing you're leaving this attitude behind because you found a way to truly build your life. And like something you did, something you changed along the years, right, helped you feed your spiritual battery through your life. And after this happened, you stopped obsessing over what went wrong in your life. I'm seeing that that's what you're leaving behind. You're leaving behind a naive mindset that had to do with building. Like, I think that you wanted to build by outsourcing a lot of your feelings or your obsessions. Maybe you blame gamed a lot in the past. I'm seeing a lot of things kept coming crashing down, but that was opening your perspective. It was opening your mind to how to really make something grow. I'm seeing it, everything about your obsession, it turns out the opposite of that is starting like to show up in your life. And I think that you're starting to see how that's linked, right? So I'm seeing you leave behind, maybe you pursued things that looked good, or maybe something that added financial value to your life before. I'm seeing you're letting go of that. I'm seeing you're gravitating towards more honesty, self-honesty, and honest people. I think that you're cutting off very immature people. Like, if you see some kind of characteristics of the old you in someone, you don't really you sympathize with that person, but it's not who you keep around you anymore. Maybe you lived with a whole bunch of people that would tear down your ideas. I'm seeing you may be deciding on how to relocate. I'm seeing you haven't really done that yet. You may have, but I'm seeing from the cards you may not have done that yet. But I'm seeing you're having such great ideas now after leaving these environments, after leaving these people. Something you're leaving behind. I think you're leaving behind a past belief on justice. Maybe what you used to think is fair or unfair, maybe you're changing your perspective on that. Maybe you're thinking, yeah, a lot of things that didn't happen. Like, for example, life, I said this in another video earlier, that life isn't fair, but if you live life long enough, you do see what you deserve. You do get to experience what you deserve in this life. And I have no doubt of that. I think that you're starting to perceive it that way instead of going in circles, you know? I think that some aspect of your life in the past made your life go in circles. Like the way you treated your relationships or the way that you outsourced love. Instead of turning your love out inwards so that you can build yourself, you tried to build things outside of yourself to get a connection or to relate. Or you kept relating instead of pushing your partner to become the best, right? I think that relating kept you stagnant. Maybe you had to fall on your looks or your parents, like some kind of support you've had from your parents' home in some kind of way. Maybe you've always used your looks or your confidence to get by. But as life went on, things started to signal to you that it wasn't enough. And I think that you really got serious about all your documents, you got serious about your spirituality. Maybe if you weren't spiritual before, you started to like really take your actions serious. You started to be more conscious of them, right? And these all added up. It all added up to a new attitude that you're using to forsake your past, because now you're seeing how beautiful how beautiful of an investment the present is, and I'm seeing you're starting to feel that flourish. I think that you did have a lot of past people trying to pretend that they were a higher price. You know, people in your past, they try to talk themselves up or like act big in front of you, and you kind of like that. You gravitated towards low vibing energies that if they seem successful or if they seem like they have a relationship, it's like you gravitated towards these people for no specific reason. Maybe it's just that you thought you'd learn something from them, or maybe you tried to scam them, or they scammed you. Maybe you were a target. Yeah, but I'm seeing you're leaving that behind because you know, you have a keen sense that there are great times in your life coming ahead. You made it past some very hard situations in your life, and I think that a lot more triumph is coming your way. You have keen knowledge about your darkness now, and you have it fully under control. I'm saying you maybe have two very close friends, and they had your back through thick and thin. So that's what I'm seeing you're leaving behind. You're leaving back behind lies, you're leaving behind bullshit, you're leaving behind procrastination, you're leaving behind settling for just having looks or settling for a person who has just looks. You're leaving behind a shallow lifestyle. You're leaving behind picking money over love as well. You're picking now what's fair, what's right. You have a new definition of what's right. I'm seeing you leave behind old rationalizations for a clean life or something better. Maybe like you and people around you or people from your household, they lived for appearances, but I'm seeing something changed your perspective to now living for the moment and doing that in a healthy way. You're not doing it where you're risking your stability. All right, Paladin, that's what I'm seeing for you. That was your reading for what you're leaving behind. Who or what are you leaving behind? And that was a really good reading. I'll see you guys later, right, guys? Bye. Pile 2, this is those of you who chose the sealed face mask. That thing's gonna fly away, isn't it? Gosh. Alright, those of you who chose the sealed face mask, this is your reading here for who or what are you leaving behind. Let's jump right into the reading, guys. I really hit the glitter on the side of these cards. I'm seeing you're leaving behind a romantic interest that you were sexually active with. Maybe you had a short-term relationship, or maybe it lasted for about 3 years before you find like some kind of situationship or love relationship lasted about 3 years or 3 months. I'm seeing that you made the decision to cut this person out of your life. You made a strategic decision to do that because I think that you found out this person was robbing your energy. It showed a lot of strength and determination that you held yourself back. Maybe you stopped having sex with this person and then you completely cut them out of your life. I'm saying you had to make big decisions because your future, maybe in the past you didn't have a lot of money, or you were going through a long journey to start to earn money. And maybe this person would be condescending about things. They would be crappy to you when you would talk about your dreams or your aspirations. They started to assume that being with you was not going to be lucrative for them. So before they could do any more damage to you, I think that you ditched them. They could be a fire sign or a water sign. Don't worry about the sign though. Okay, what I'm seeing is you started to earn some money and develop a different attitude on wealth. And I'm seeing that you started to actually have more money than you thought you'd have. And it all started when you started to heal yourself. You know, you had a lot of dark, deep secrets because of how much you were dealing with, and you had no one to talk to that about. Money did change your life, but I'm seeing that's not the source of your happiness. Like, it is because of how bad people treat you, and that's not the person you are today. But there's like a deep knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge that keeps you fulfilled because you used some kind of technique or emotional knowledge to unlock your wealth. You did some kind of quantum leap because you found out what was really broken with your life. Yeah, the relationship hurt, but you try to take care of what was broken. I'm seeing this person left you prematurely, or like they started to act up before you dumped them, right? They started to act in a certain way where you knew, look, I'm gonna dump this person, or if I don't, this person's gonna really hurt my life. So I'm seeing you were very strategic about it. It did hurt a lot. I'm seeing you had to ignore how you felt, and you had to really work a lot hard to take it from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. You have 3 kings here. It means you're a big decision maker. I think that you're the boss of your own job. So you may own a business because I'm seeing, you went from being an employee to someone big, like who has their own things. You were someone who was in a learning stage, and now you're taking the bull by the horns and you're doing a handstand on it. Like I said, the King of Pentacles in this card. So you did find this person very attractive, but I see that you look at your love story as a tragedy because of how long it may have taken for you. Maybe the relationship was 3 years, but maybe you've known this person for 8 years or so. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that here and there it does depress you. Like sometimes during work you do think about this person, like it takes you to that place. Maybe this person's tugging on your energy in some way or another. Are they? I feel like they do. Maybe like you exchanged horrible words toward the end. It was like out of thought, or maybe you cut them off, you blocked them completely before they could say anything. Maybe they're on their way to say something, and before they got to say, you blocked them. So what I'm saying now though is that you are healing the shadow, you are healing the dark. There are some people around you now, but I'm seeing you leave behind the naysayers. Everyone who didn't believe in your future, you're leaving them. You're leaving them, you're not sorry, and you're moving off to a place where you are emotionally sound. You knew who you were before, and you always knew you were worth something. But these people who hurt you, they try to make you believe that you're nothing. But I'm seeing you're everything today. You're the King of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Cups. You knew they wronged you, but they tried to make you feel like you're the one who's doing life wrong because you were empathic, so they thought you were a pushover, but you were actually just kind. You knew, you had knowledge, you had foreknowledge that, yeah, things can go wrong, but you trust the universe, so that's why you're gonna get a big coin. I'm seeing you get even more money than whatever you have. I'm seeing you be able to free up your time, whereas sulking about this or the damage it caused you used to suck up your time. I'm seeing that when you used to work at your job, before you were an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur, you are, but before that you were that, you had a job that did take all your time and all your commitment, and that really kept your relationship stuck, or at least that was one of the excuses these people used. Anyways, you're leaving behind the poverty of knowing people like that. You're leaving yourself unhealed and trying to love someone else, you're leaving behind that. and you're leaving behind decisions that don't have to do with your mastery. All right, pile two. That's what I'm seeing. You who or what you're leaving behind. Like the video if you liked it. Pickapile.com and chalices.net. I'll see you guys later, right? Face mask pile. Bye bye. Hi pile 3, welcome to my channel. Welcome to pile 3 for the reading here of who or what are you leaving behind. This is a general reading, but I do hope that it resonates with you, okay? You picked a big pair of blue pens. Let's see. What do we got? Flick my bic. Who or what is my pile 3 leaving behind? Let's see a message for them. I'm hearing that she blocked me, dude. Like, I'm hearing that message. She blocked me, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but that's like the psychic hit I got. I don't know why. Some throat chakra action. Let's see. Let's see what you got. Who are you leaving behind, huh? I'm seeing you leave behind someone who rushed you into a relationship. I'm seeing you leaving behind some water sign. You may be a fire sign. I'm seeing you leaving behind a player who always let you feel bored. Like maybe this person had left you maybe this person had left you. Like this person is now watching you be abundant. Maybe they're seeing you do something new online. So I'm seeing this person, this player, right? They moved fast, you moved fast. What ended up happening, right, was you notice this person was being partial. You're leaving people behind that over-promise and under-deliver. You're also leaving behind over-consuming yourself with emotions. I think that you started to realize that your emotions are not the whole story about yourself, and you're converting it into faster action for your new world. I'm seeing that your new world is taking precedence over everything these days. And you're making a lot of money doing it. You're feeling fulfilled and stable doing it. There's a lot of things about you that have changed your life. I'm seeing you may have been picking up journaling, right? Maybe you journal now. Maybe you write down your goals, little, big, and small. I feel like there's a lot of things you may be writing a lot of messages these days. Maybe it's a holiday and you're writing a lot of messages. Okay, so what I'm seeing now is that you feel like your life started over. The way and when you dropped all this garbage, this clutter, I'm seeing that your life started over and you're writing things from the top, like from the top, as if those things never happened, as if those traumas never happened, as if this person never existed, as if these people never existed. I'm not seeing it as be one person. I am seeing one person in particular you left, or one person in particular made you feel very alone. But I'm seeing that has changed now. I'm seeing now you're starting to feel like a kid again. You're starting to draw dreams as if your heart was never broken. And I'm seeing that you are putting a lot of plans into it, but sometimes you do feel very alone in your dream. Sometimes you do feel some kind of blockage when it comes to the decision, because there may be a lot of things at home that you take into consideration. Maybe your mom wants you to live your life a certain way, or your dad wants you to live your life a certain way, or your wife wants you to live your life a certain way, your husband does. So whatever it is someone you care about very deeply. So that's the struggle right now. It's not like you're leaving or abandoning your folks or anything like that, but I'm saying like that's one of the constants that keep you in a dilemma. Two is a reoccurring theme in this reading here, because I'm seeing 2 pens, I'm seeing 2 swords, I'm seeing 2 wands, I'm seeing 2 pairs of 2 wands and the 4 of wands. Get what I'm trying to say here? 2. That could be your lucky number. Maybe you have a partnership on the way, or maybe it's just a serious decision that, yes, you've planned it, yes, you've talked about it, yes, you're ready, but You haven't pulled the final switch yet. You haven't pulled the trigger on your highest idea. Or you haven't made the full distinction from the life that people are trying to mold for you and the life that you're going to make. But it's around the corner. You're going to do it. You're going to jump. Like, you're going to jump. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, you're designing the jump. Right? You're getting to the top floor. You're designing the jump. With this jump, you're going to jump straight into success. You're going to jump straight into a loving relationship. You're going to jump straight into the stability that people maybe used to criticize you. You won't have it. Oh, you won't get serious. Oh, you procrastinate a lot. Oh, like people, I'm getting strongly for this pile. Whatever you're like, right? People would spread rumors that you're the opposite. It really bothers you. It really bugs you the fuck out. And now you're known around your friend circle as one of the smartest people that they have ever met. One of the wealthiest people that they've ever met. I'm seeing you were in some tragedy or some shouting contest with some people. They tried to poke fun at you, but you always came out with the, with the better jokes. You used to, you used to really fantasize about stability, what it would be like. And now that you're living in it, you feel like a different person. And these people, these haters, they're haters you're also leaving behind. Like people that are in and out of your life. I'm seeing you're traveling at this time, and in this travel, in this pursuit of abundance, you have turned your heart upside down, meaning all the junk. You just shook your heart and took all the junk out, all of it. Like, you didn't leave any boredom, you didn't leave any sadness, you didn't leave any regrets in your heart. You just shook all the junk out. And we're talking about it today. Maybe for so long, maybe for 8 years, 9 years, 11 years, you bottled it up. And maybe you thought no one would understand. But now what I'm seeing is that you're very vocal about your relationships and or the relationships of others. You're very vocal about your decisions, your plans, your art. You're very open about it. Maybe you used to have to hide your art. Now I'm seeing you broke all the chains. And I'm seeing you even have a bigger project around the corner that nobody knows about. This is a beautiful reading. I'm seeing you leave behind all the people that treated you like you weren't good enough. Now, everything that you wanted, you're writing it down, and it's happening in front of your eyes. You're writing these things down, or at least you're meditating and imagining it. And you do know miracles, so now you don't waste your time talking to these cheap people. They're not manifesting their dreams because they're wasting their life force, their energy, their sexual energy, their attention on wishing that your dreams don't happen because your values make them so insecure. You're leaving all this shit behind. You're leaving all these emotional ups and downs behind. You're leaving people that manipulate you behind. You're leaving the excuses to keep the old pattern alive. You're dropping that. You're dropping that because nothing good comes quick. And I'm seeing that was one of the bigger changes you made in your life. Maybe you really like to do things quick now, and now you're slowing down. You pick up the journal, you pick up the pen, you pick up all of the pieces that it took to love yourself that you hadn't used before. You're picking yourself up. And now you have a left road, you have a right road. And either way you go, you haven't gone on one of those paths, but either way you go, I'm seeing it can only be good for you because you already took the junk out of the engine. Get what I'm saying? And now you're just writing your destiny effortlessly by yourself. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Like it if you liked it. I'll see you guys later, right? Pickapile.com, aceofchalices.net. Later.